The heat in the Chicago sports arena is oppressive. November 1975, 5,000 people packed into wooden seats. Cigar smoke, beer, decades of sweat in the air. Professional wrestling, the main event everyone paid to see. In the center, under brutal overhead lights, stands Big Jack Callahan, 6'6", 310 pounds, 50 professional matches, 50 consecutive victories, undefeated champion. He's destroyed every challenger, broken bones, broken spirits, broken careers. His 50-fight winning streak is legendary, 9 years undefeated. Tonight isn't a championship defense, it's an open challenge. $10,000 cash to any man who can last 3 minutes with Big Jack Callahan. Callahan takes the microphone. His voice booms. I'm putting up $10,000, real cash. Any man in this arena you think you can last 3 minutes, come on down. I'll pick someone random. Fair shot. The crowd murmurs. This is unprecedented. Champions don't fight random people. Too risky, too unpredictable. What if some lucky amateur lands a shot, gets a submission, ruins his perfect record, his 50-win streak, his reputation? But Callahan requested this, insisted on it. He's tired of people saying his victories don't count because wrestling is staged, tired of hearing he couldn't beat a real fighter, tired of the disrespect. Tonight he settles it. Callahan starts walking around the ring, eyes scanning the crowd, looking for his victim. Section A. Too many drunk college kids. Section B, too many elderly men. Section C, mostly women. Section D, here, something here. Serious people, men who look like they might have been in a fight before. His eyes scan faces, then stop. Row 8, a man sitting quietly. Black man, medium build, wearing dark slacks and a dark jacket, sunglasses despite being indoors, baseball cap pulled low. Not drinking. Not talking, just sitting there, calm, present, different from everyone around him. Something about him. Can't explain it. Just feels right. Callahan points directly at him. You. Yeah, you in the sunglasses. Come on down. The crowd turns to look. The man doesn't react immediately. Doesn't stand. Just sits there. The people around him start whispering, nudging him. One man next to him, white guy, looks panicked, leans over and whispers urgently. The chosen man shakes his head slightly, whispers back. Finally, he stands. And that's when everything changes. The man removes his sunglasses, removes his cap, and 5,000 people in the Chicago sports arena see Muhammad Ali standing in row 8. The reaction is instant. First gasps, then screaming, then chaos, people jumping to their feet. Cameras flashing, everyone trying to see. Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world. Right here, right now. Picked randomly from the crowd, except it wasn't random. Couldn't have been, but it was. Callahan's face goes pale. He picked Muhammad Ali. He actually picked Muhammad Ali. The greatest boxer who ever lived. The man who beat George Foreman. The man who beat Joe Frazier twice. The man who just reclaimed the heavyweight championship 6 months ago. That Muhammad Ali. Some people in the crowd are laughing, some are cheering, some are horrified. Poor Jack Callahan, about to get destroyed by the heavyweight champion in front of 5,000 witnesses and television cameras. This wasn't supposed to happen. This was supposed to be theater. This became real. Ali starts making his way down, moving easily, fluidly. Not rushed, not nervous, just walking. As he descends, the crowd's reaction intensifies. Half want to see Callahan get what's coming to him. Half feel bad for the wrestler. This isn't fair. This is a mismatch. This is going to be ugly. The man who is sitting next to Ali follows him partway down, calls out, "Muhammad, you don't have to do this." Ali turns, smiles that famous smile. He asked nicely, "Can't be rude." The man, Ali's friend and cornerman Bundini Brown, shakes his head, sits back down, knows better than to argue. Ali reaches the ring, climbs the steps, ducks through the ropes. Now everyone can see him clearly under the lights. He's wearing street clothes, dark slacks, dark shirt, street shoes. He looks completely out of place, like he's about to attend a business meeting, not step into a wrestling ring. The contrast with Callahan is stark. Callahan, 310 pounds of professional wrestler in ring gear. Ali, 220 pounds of heavyweight champion in street clothes. The announcer, a heavyset man in a cheap tuxedo, doesn't know what to do. This wasn't in the script. He approaches Ali with the microphone, hands shaking slightly. "Mr. Ali, this is unexpected. Are you actually going to accept this challenge?" Ali takes the microphone. His voice fills the arena, clear and sharp. "Man said $10,000. Man said any man in the audience. I'm a man. I'm in the audience. I accept." The crowd erupts. This is happening. This is actually happening. The announcer looks at Callahan. Callahan looks sick, but nods. He can't back down. Not now. Not in front of 5,000 people and cameras. Not after making this challenge. His reputation depends on following through. The announcer speaks into the microphone, voice uncertain. "Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a 3-minute match. Standard wrestling rules. No closed fist punching. Pins count. Submissions count. Gentlemen, are we clear?" Callahan nods. Ali nods. The crowd settles into a tense silence. This is about to get interesting. They move to opposite corners. Ali doesn't have wrestling boots. He's wearing street shoes. Doesn't have ring gear. He's in slacks. Doesn't have preparation. He just stood up from row 8. But he's Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali has never needed much preparation. Callahan's corner man, a grizzled old wrestler, whispers urgently, "Jack, you don't have to do this. We can call it off. Nobody will blame you." Callahan shakes his head. "I made the challenge. I honor it. He's a boxer. I'm a wrestler. Different skills. I got this." The referee, a thin, nervous man in a striped shirt, calls both men to center ring, explains the rules quickly. 3 minutes. No biting, no eye gouging, no groin shots. Everything else is fair game. Both fighters nod. They don't shake hands. Just return to corners. The bell rings. Callahan moves first. Advances with professional wrestlers' approach. Low stance, arms spread. Ready to grab, to clinch, to use his superior size and wrestling skill to control a boxer who doesn't know grappling. He's fought 50 times, knows every technique, every hold, every strategy. This won't take 3 minutes. This will take 30 seconds. Grab Ali, take him down, pin him or submit him. Simple. He lunges forward, hands reaching for Ali's waist. Standard wrestling takedown. Fast, powerful technique he's used 1,000 times. Ali isn't there when he arrives. Moved left, just stepped offline. Minimal movement. Callahan's momentum carries him forward. He catches himself, resets. The crowd murmurs. That was close. Had to be luck. Callahan tries again, different approach. Feints left, shoots right, going for Ali's legs. Double leg takedown. Unstoppable when executed correctly, except Ali's legs aren't there. He's moved back, just enough. Callahan's hands hit air. He sprawls, catches himself again. This time, the crowd's murmur is different. That wasn't luck. That was footwork. Ali has footwork that makes wrestlers miss. 30 seconds have passed. Callahan realizes something. This boxer moves differently than he expected, not just backward, laterally, circling, using the ring, creating angles, making himself hard to grab. This won't be as simple as he thought. He increases pressure. Chases Ali, uses his size, cuts off the ring, corners him, finally gets his hands on Ali. Both arms wrap around Ali's waist. Got him. 310 pounds of wrestler with a solid grip on a 220 boxer. This is over. Callahan lifts, preparing to slam Ali to the canvas, except Ali's not there anymore. Somehow slipped out. Spin move, wrestling technique. Where did a boxer learn that? 45 seconds. Callahan is breathing harder now, not from exhaustion, from frustration, from chasing, from grabbing air. He's the bigger man, the stronger man, the wrestler. This should be easy. Why isn't this easy? He charges again, this time gets a grip on Ali's shirt, pulls hard. Ali comes forward but not off balance, uses the momentum, spins. Now he's behind Callahan. His arm around Callahan's thick neck. Not a choke, just control. Just showing. Then he's gone. Back to distance. The message is clear. Ali could have choked him, could have submitted him. Chose not to. The crowd is getting louder. This isn't going as expected. The 300-pound undefeated wrestler isn't destroying the boxer. The boxer is making the wrestler look slow. 1 minute has passed. Callahan realizes he's in trouble. His 50-fight winning streak didn't come from backing down, came from will, from size, from refusing to lose. He attacks with everything. His best techniques, shoots for legs, goes for clinch, tries to overpower with sheer mass. Ali moves through them like smoke, slipping, evading, never there when Callahan arrives. And occasionally, when Callahan overcommits, Ali's there behind him, controlling for a second, then releasing. The crowd is going wild. They came to see a wrestler destroy a random volunteer. They're watching the heavyweight champion of the world teach a wrestling lesson to a wrestler. 1 minute 30 seconds. Callahan is exhausted now, really exhausted. Not 3-minute wrestling match exhausted. 10 minutes chasing a ghost exhausted. His lunges are slower. His technique is deteriorating. He's breathing hard, sweating through his trunks. And Ali in street clothes and street shoes, looks fresh. Hasn't thrown a punch. Hasn't attempted a wrestling move. Just evaded. Just moved. Just made a 310-pound man chase him for 90 seconds. Callahan goes for one more takedown. Desperate. All his power. Shoots low. Ali sprawls, wrestling defense, perfectly executed. Pushes Callahan's head down, hips back. Callahan face first on the canvas. Ali on top, controlling position. Whispers quiet enough that only Callahan hears. You want to keep going? Callahan, face against the canvas, 310 pounds humbled, taps. He taps the mat. Universal submission signal. I give up. You win. Please stop. The referee sees it, blows the whistle. It's over. 1 minute 47 seconds into a 3-minute match. The demonstration is over. Ali stands up, helps Callahan to his feet. The wrestler, breathing hard, sweating, defeated, looks at Ali with an expression his face hasn't worn in 50 fights. Respect. Genuine respect. The arena is chaos. 5,000 people on their feet, screaming, applauding. Not for victory. For the spectacle, for witnessing something impossible. Muhammad Ali just beat an undefeated wrestler at wrestling. The announcer climbs into the ring, takes the microphone. His voice shakes. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, by submission, 1 minute 47 seconds, Muhammad Ali. The crowd's roar intensifies. Ali takes the microphone, waits for quiet. His voice, when it comes, is calm. No showboating, no poetry, just truth. Jack Callahan is a great wrestler, 50 wins, that's real, that's legitimate. I didn't beat him at wrestling, I just didn't let him wrestle me, there's a difference. He turns to Callahan, who's still catching his breath. How about this, Jack? You made a $10,000 challenge, I won. But I'll tell you what, I'll give you $10,000 if you can last 1 more minute. The crowd gasps, then laughs. The irony is beautiful, the role reversal perfect. Callahan, still breathing hard, manages a smile. No, sir, Mr. Ali, I'm good. You already proved your point. I got nothing left to prove except I know when I'm beat. Ali extends his hand. They shake. Real respect. The crowd loves it. This is sportsmanship. This is class. This is why people love Muhammad Ali. As Ali climbs out of the ring, heading back to row 8 where Bundini is laughing and shaking his head, the crowd surrounds him. Hands reaching out, cameras flashing, questions shouting. Champ, did you know he'd pick you? Champ, where'd you learn to wrestle? Champ, will you fight more wrestlers? Ali, gracious, answers a few. I didn't know he'd pick me, came to watch. He pointed at me, seemed rude to say no. I didn't learn wrestling. I learned how not to get wrestled, different skill. No more wrestlers, I'm a boxer, this was just for fun. Bundini finally gets him through the crowd, back to row 8. They sit. The wrestling event continues. But nobody's watching the ring anymore. Everyone's watching Ali, talking about what just happened, replaying it, processing it. After the event, as the crowd disperses, a group of young wrestlers approaches Ali. They're respectful, nervous. Mr. Ali, what you did, how you moved, can you teach us? Ali considers. I'm only in Chicago 2 more days, but tomorrow you find a gym, I'll show you some things, not wrestling, just movement, just how to not be where your opponent wants you to be. They accept eagerly, exchange information. The next day, 15 wrestlers show up to a Southside gym. Ali spends 3 hours with them, showing boxing footwork, showing how to create angles, showing them that size doesn't always win. That movement matters. That understanding your opponent's intentions matters more than overpowering them. Among those 15 wrestlers is a young man who will go on to train Olympic grapplers. He tells this story for the next 40 years. The day Muhammad Ali came to Chicago, the day he made Big Jack Callahan, the 50-fight undefeated champion, tap out in under 2 minutes. The day he proved that boxing footwork beats wrestling power. The day he showed mercy by offering to lose $10,000 just to give a beaten man another chance. Callahan continues wrestling, wins 20 more matches, retires at 70 consecutive victories, still undefeated, except for one night, one demonstration, one random selection that wasn't random at all but felt like fate. He never forgets that November evening in 1975. Never forgets the man in sunglasses in row 8 who could have humiliated him but chose grace instead. Years later, when Callahan becomes a trainer himself, teaching young wrestlers, he tells them about Ali. He was smaller than me, lighter than me, had no wrestling training. But he understood fighting at a level I didn't. Showed me that technique without understanding is limited. That strength without intelligence is wasted. That winning isn't about destroying your opponent. It's about being so good they can't touch you. The television footage from that night exists somewhere in an archive. Grainy, poor quality, but it captures the moment. Ali in street clothes making a 300-pound wrestler chase shadows. The moment 1 minute 47 seconds in when Callahan taps. The handshake after, the mutual respect, the $10,000 offer that Callahan wisely declined. November 1975. Chicago Sports Arena. 5,000 witnesses. One 50-fight undefeated champion. One disguised heavyweight champion who changed everything. The challenge that backfired. The victory that became a teaching moment. The night Muhammad Ali proved that being the greatest isn't about winning. It's about how you win, and who you become when winning is over.